Hello, everybody. We are here talking about your triad forecast on a Friday, going into a weekend. Lots to talk about, of course. There are some weather changes, too, that you'll want to know about. Of course, we have a cloudy day that's been with us for a little bit of while, and we're looking ahead to a weekend where it's kind of going to be a two-parter. Saturday shaping up to be quite warm, a little muggy, and even the chance of a storm. Sunday, though, flipping the switch, going back to sunshine and cooler, crisp fall weather. So kind of a two-parter, like I said. Let's get after it. So right now we're looking here, live look at Winston-Salem. What do you know? But it actually is starting to become pretty foggy yet again. We saw that as part of our weather earlier this morning. And that's starting to come back now as we work our way into this evening. That low cloudiness, drizzle, those are things that you might have to deal with from time to time as we go into tonight. So just kind of keep that in mind. Not a lot of rain in our forecast picture here. There's the chance of a couple sprinkles, the chance of a light shower or two. But when you look at the radar, there's just nothing screaming at us. And on the wider look, there are a few more organized rain showers back in Kentucky, Tennessee, and Alabama. So that's something that could head our way later on tonight, but not really until then. So we've got a little ways of just kind of some sprinkles, and that's about it. Now, temperatures are warm. We've warmed up compared to where we, can be this time of year. We're on the warmer side, at least. So we're in the low 60s currently around the area. Some of that visibility is lowering as part of that fog that we talked about. A little bit of rain in parts of the area too, but overall, temperatures are kind of, on the warm side. The weird thing about this is that our dew points are right there as well. So the humidity is right there with the air temperature, right about 60. And so that's why we're seeing some of that fog settle in. Let's talk about the future. So as we look here at your forecast going into tonight and the next couple of days, overall, the temperatures are going to go up. So for tomorrow, we're really going to be a lot warmer. Just take a look at this. Overnight tonight, actually, our temperature could be rising even as you're sleeping. And then going into tomorrow morning, starting out with some clouds at times. But I do think as we work our way into lunchtime, pretty good chance to be up in the 70s. Now that rolled pretty quickly, so let me kind of back this up a little bit. You can get a better idea of this. So take a look here. This is around 11 o'clock, already pushing 70 degrees for tomorrow morning. So it's a very warm Saturday across our area. And then looking here, after that, once you get into the afternoon, this is right around 1 o'clock. You'll notice a couple of things. So you see the warmth, of course, but there's also this little area of showers to our north. That's the cold front. So this is a cold front that's going to move through our area this weekend. And when it does, it gets rid of the warmth and it brings back the chill. So something you want to keep an eye on would be that early afternoon time frame. Our model is indicating between about 1, 2, 3, and 4 o'clock. Could be when we see a couple showers and even a thunderstorm. That is a possibility. So keep that in mind. 1, 2, 3, and 4 o'clock, right about there. That's Saturday. Now behind it, it's cooling off. Temperatures are going back into the 60s and the 70s. They kind of get squashed and they go away for a while. You'll notice our wind direction changes too. So it's coming in out of the north for Sunday. That could lock in some clouds for a brief period of time on Sunday morning, but as quickly as they move in, they should move out, and we'll have sunshine back out there for Sunday afternoon. So here's your Saturday forecast. The way I see it, it would be low 60s in the morning, and then as we go throughout the day, mid 70s for tomorrow afternoon. And we're looking here at breezy conditions. An isolated shower or an isolated storm is possible as well. So that's kind of the way we look at it for Saturday. And really just going to be a warm situation for your Saturday overall. So just kind of keep that in mind around the area. So we'll keep a look at Saturday's forecast, but the overall main points to kind of keep an eye on will be that we're cloudy and damp right now, warm and windy for your Saturday, and then looking ahead, that rain chance is going to be with us ahead of Thanksgiving. Early next week, that'll be something to keep an eye on. Early next week, we'll have the opportunity to catch a couple of rain showers. Now that would mostly be Tuesday into Wednesday. Tuesday into Wednesday would be the chances to catch a little bit of rain there. And this is kind of the way it shakes out on the forecast. So over the next 7 days or so, we could pick up half an inch of rain or so. Beyond that, not all that much. So the main chances for this would be Saturday's rainfall, which isn't all that much. Sunday's dry, Monday's dry. Then we go into Tuesday of next week. That'll be your next opportunity to catch some of that rain. So let me show you how this could happen. Monday, totally dry. Tuesday, that's when you have that rain potential starting to move into the area, coming in out of the south. And then on Wednesday, some of that rain could still be lingering across the area. So those are the 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday next week, that you would watch for possible travel disruptions with any rain. But I don't think it's all that serious. It doesn't look to be super heavy or anything like that. You should be okay to still get where you want to go in time for the big day, which is Thanksgiving, of course. And we should have a decent enough time to cool things down. So it will be warm for now. It'll be warm early next week as well. But going into Thursday and Friday, that's when things should get cooler. Now, I will say this. It doesn't look as chilly as it did a couple days ago when we looked at this. So there's a little bit of a delay in the big cool air. And now, early December is actually looking like it could be on the warm side of things rather than the cool side. So that's kind of why you never say never when it comes to the weather in the long range. Things can change, as we know. A couple things going on, of course. We've got high school football playoffs this evening. It'll be cool and maybe a little damp at times, but other than that, not too bad. Here's the Christmas parade in Burlington. Oh, yeah, that's at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's an early parade. We'll be in the 60s and 70s. So, again, no need to bundle up for that one. It's going to be warm, especially if you're sitting in the sunshine. Now, looking here, this will be the High Point Parade. We'll wave hi and see you there. Hopefully you're out there as well. This is a High Point, 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. Temperatures will be in the upper 60s, so pretty comfortable as well, but a little cooler, a little bit more crisp, not quite as muggy or anything like that. Let's take a look at this 7-day forecast for you. Lots of warmth around the area on Saturday. You know, it's close, but not quite there. It's close to a record high. You say, well, what would the record high be? The record high is 78 degrees. Set back, well, a little while ago. So the record high for Saturday, probably not within reach, but it's not completely out of the question. That record is from back in 1913. So it's been some time. I don't think we're going to get quite there, but it's worth looking at anyway. In the longer range, of course, we'll go back to the 7-day for you. Tuesday and Wednesday have that chance for rain. Thursday and Friday, dry. And honestly, pretty comfortable. If you like a seasonal holiday, 50s for highs and 30s for lows are not that far off. Friday will be a little cold. If you're a Black Friday shopper, you got to bundle up. That's your forecast for now. We'll be back in just a little bit.